Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Sideshow KMK here, bringing you a new video on the Universal Minecraft Editor. And this is created by oPryzeLP, and his link to his YouTube and program will be down in the description. Before we get into the actual program itself, I do want to create a new world, show you guys exactly how to do it and how the program works. This will not be a full YouTube tutorial or walkthrough of the program because it will take many videos to actually show you guys all the mods and things that you can do with this program, because it's basically limitless. It's only limited by your creativity and your imagination. So with that said, let's switch over to Xbox 360 and get a world set up. Hopefully we can do this right the first time, because this would be multiple times. This was one, this was one, this was one. We've tried this video quite a few times, and multiple things have stopped it, from audio problems to USBs failing to all kinds of stupid shit. But we'll click on memory unit as we go. Create new world. Let's do something original. Let's go editor. Something that we haven't created already as a name for this video. And I was going to do it in a flat world, but in the last video I did it in a flat world and I couldn't show off a lot of the features of his mod tool. So we'll start our normal generated seed, and that will allow us to show more features of his mod tool. A very great mod tool here. He put a lot of work into this tool. I can obviously tell just by how easy it is and just the simplicity of his tool. The more you get into his tool, the more advanced you can get into it. But in this video we're going to do basic editing of inventory, a few mob edits, nothing too crazy. That'll be for other videos. So let's get into this. Hopefully this loads up pretty fast. Again, Xbox 360 edition. This also works on PlayStation 3, Wii U, PC, Pocket Edition, and Windows 10. But I like to keep it simple and I like to keep it original, where we all started on Minecraft. And that would be this. Oh, look, we got a little temple over here. Should we start with the temple? No, we won't start with the temple. We'll start right over here. Hopefully this all loads into one chunk and we don't go and have this in multiple chunks. So what we'll do is we're gonna start with the creeper. Actually, let's start with glass. I like to put a little Minecraft video into it, not just the actual program itself. I like to show you guys exactly how easy it is to use the program itself. That way you guys get an idea. A little rusty on this, getting used to it again. It's been quite a while. I think over 2 years since I actually put out a video, but it's been under 6 months since I've used the actual program and I've started working on maps. First things first is we'll start off with a creeper. We'll start off with a villager, and we will start off with, let's say, a zombie. But for the zombie, I guess we're gonna have to change the top block to something where you won't catch on fire. We've learned that in a few videos that we've done trying to make this actually successful. So boom. Then what we will do is we will create a small cage nearby, say this big, for a slime. So everybody loves a giant slime, and we'll make a giant slime in this video. So there's all of our mobs. Hopefully this chunk is all one chunk and we don't go missing a mob when we load up all this. Because I don't want to have to go looking for them. And hopefully we get a giant one on the first try. We got a giant one on the first try. Perfect. So that's that. I do want to keep a stack of stone or something right there. So if we have to build up to actually check out the mobs, I don't have to dig out a bunch of grass like I did in the last video that I made. And hopefully everything's working in this one. Nobody, I don't think, ever gets it perfect on the first try, so there we go. Grab some armor so we can do some inventory mods. And then we'll grab a map. We'll load up the map so we can see exactly what's going on with the map itself. Maybe do a quick fly around. I don't want to go too far away because I don't want them disappearing, which this tool will make it so they don't disappear on you. So yeah, we got a little bit of the map loaded up just to show you guys exactly a little bit and more in depth on his tool. Again, one thing that I like to stress is if you want to find all these mobs right away on his mod tool, the best thing to do is put your person or your character right over the mobs itself and then exit and save. So that way, when you load up his tool, you can find them very simply. So we'll exit and save. And that is all for that. Drop my Xbox remote. Boom. So far so good, everything's going smooth. It has been quite a while since I put out a video. I think at least 2 years on Minecraft, on DayZ and other things. I've been trying to put out videos, but OBS is such a bitch to actually get the live streaming settings set up perfectly, and for some reason I get a lot of lag, but that is not what this video is about. So let's get rid of that, and now we're on PC. So with this is the wonderful universal Minecraft editor. When you load it up, this is what you get. You get all the sponsored YouTube videos right here. A lot of these guys do have great videos on mods and tutorials for this program, so I definitely do suggest check out some of these channels. I don't know a lot of these people, but they obviously put out a video that showed the thing. But again, Matt G oPryzeLP is the creator of this video, so definitely go check out his channel. Links will be below for the channel and this free download of the mod tool. And with that said, you got the platforms that it supports: Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, PC, Pocket Edition, and Windows 10. Before I get into Xbox 360, I do want to stress that Pocket Edition is such a great addition to this mod tool. All you have to do is plug your phone into a USB drive and then plug your USB drive into your computer, and it will load up your worlds, and then you can just start modding your worlds on your Pocket Edition, which is such a great thing to do because you control people, you can have multiple worlds, you can do all kinds of stuff with Pocket Edition, and you can show your friends while you're on the go. You don't have to be at your house playing a game. You can be like, oh, look at this new world I created, and it's just such a great modding tool for Pocket Edition. I have Pocket Edition. I mod multiple worlds. It's just such a great tool. But for this, we're going to be clicking on Xbox 360, and then this should load up all your worlds. As you can see, I got quite a few worlds here. Quite a few. And we're going to find my world, which should be editor. Where is it? Should be at the bottom-ish, I think. Editor. Now, before you click on it, you can right-click it, extract it, replace it, delete it, or refresh it. Such a useful thing if you want to extract the data and maybe load it into another program like maybe Horizon or an actual MBT editor, which you don't need to do because this is actually, his tool is an MBT editor. So to extract this is only maybe to move it over to another USB drive or some sort of thing like that. But his tool basically incorporates every single program that I've ever used for Minecraft into one program itself. Besides, the one tool that you might need besides this would be a world transfer to Xbox to PC or something like that, which is a whole nother video by itself, which maybe he might even come up with that, well, not come up with that, but add it to this or something like that at one point. This is version 1.2.2. He does update it quite often. Every time I do open it, it usually does have an update to it. So he does update this tool very often, which credits to him. This is a free tool. He doesn't have to put a lot of work into it. He doesn't have to give us all these great features. He could give us the basics, and that's all that he would need to do for us to have fun with it. But he gives us the most simple ways of doing things, and he adds such quick modding tools to it, which I'll show you right now. So we're just gonna double click this, and bam. Now it looks pretty plain right now, but if you look up at the corner, you get these 5 tabs. You got chunk locator, players, maps, world settings, and view files. Like I said before, if you wanted to do the MBT editing, that's all this right here. If you used any of the old tools, this is basically what you had to deal with. You had to deal with these types of tabs, and it was kind of a pain in the ass. But now you don't. So we're gonna load up chunk locator just because it's the first one. Now this is exactly what I loaded up in my world with the map. If you go into the end or the nether, either one, you can load up the chunks and you can see them. I didn't do that, so they're not going to really show up, so I'll just stay with the overworld. And then the green and the orange are depending of the small, medium, or large data files of each chunk. So a green chunk is usually a normal chunk that hasn't been edited or doesn't have a lot of data in it, like trees or maybe a ravine or a bunch of ores or whatever you created in it. But if it is orange, then that's most likely a ravine, a bunch of trees, maybe a building you built in that chunk or something like that. It just has more data in it. If it's large, then obviously you have a big creation in it, maybe some redstone creations, all kinds of crazy stuff in that chunk. So right now what you're getting is a basic overview of the chunk file. Now you got this tab right here that shows you the chunk, the map, the block, the biome, and the height. This is very useful. I love this tab right here just because it makes you able to locate a certain chunk very fast depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a tower, you click on height and this will scan the entire map, and boom. Now what you're seeing right now is the height of each biome and, well, chunk, and the lighter it is, the higher it is. So we got some probably mountains over here. We got some valleys over here. This is most likely a valley because it's all one color. You got a valley up here. You can see the very dark black right here, which means it's as low as it possibly can get. So we know that's a ravine right there, and maybe some ocean going on depending on where it is. And then you got the biome. Now, as oPryzeLP likes to call this, would be the predator version. It's that version or that night vision that predator season. You can see the river going on over here. We got maybe some desert, which is where we've seen the desert temple. Not really sure what all these speculate to, but these are all different types of biomes and stuff, which is really cool. It lets you know you can actually copy and paste certain different biomes and chunks if you know exactly what you're doing to different areas, which is very useful. Then we got the block view. So again, see, these were the oceans. That's why they were the darkest of the colors, but they weren't too dark. Not like that ravine that you can see right here cutting through. There's a small ravine right there. We got some lava. We got that. See the again, like the desert. So If you're looking at this right now, we got desert, we got some ocean, we got that ravine right now. Now I'm going to switch back to height map and watch how it correlates. Boom. So that wasn't, you can't actually, surprisingly can't actually see the desert too much from the height map, but you can definitely see that ravine. You can definitely see where the water is, because the water's one of the darkest of the colors. But that's very useful. And you get the blocks and the map overview. Now when you're on map overview, a lot of people don't understand why it's not showing anything, but if you click up here and you click on the actual map, depending on the player, I'm player 0, so it's going to be my map. If you have more players, it's going to be multiple maps. So I'm going to click on my map, and that's going to show me exactly my map and what I opened up, and that's why I opened up my map in the first place, so I can show you guys this. Now there is a temple right in here, I believe. If I click on the chunk, which it didn't, that wasn't it. Let's switch back to biome. I think it was over here somewhere. Not exactly sure, but there's a temple over there somewhere. Not sure exactly where it is, but never mind. Don't worry about that. You can also type in the coordinates of the chunk that you want to locate, or you can search it by hand, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I don't fully understand this. Like, I do understand it, but it's time consuming to do, so that's why I prefer, like I said before, to have your player over it, which you can just go to, right click on your player and go to chunk, and this will bring you straight to the chunk that your player's at, which is such a useful tip to have, like tool to have on this. I like I am giving oPryze so much props for just adding go to chunk. Like, to just be able to do that, like if you don't know exactly what you're modding or what you're looking to mod, you just hover your player over the what you're looking for, and then you can just go to chunk, and then bam. Now I got all the mobs I wanted perfectly aligned, and I can edit all these. So if we do start editing these, we can click on the creeper, open up all of his little tabs, and we got health, we got fuse time, we got fire, we got persistence, attributes, armor, can pick up items, all this. You got the position of the mob itself, which is pretty useful that it shows it without actually clicking on the tab itself to actually edit it. So with that, we're gonna go to explosion radius, which is one of my favorite things to do with creepers, and we'll change that to 30. What's the highest it can go? I believe there is a way to hover over it. I'm not exactly sure why it's not working, but there is also, if you type, say you typed FF, it's going to show you invalid. So that tells you basically if it's red in anything, that means it's not going to work. It's most likely going to delete it or replace it with something else. So that is very useful. So go to 30 on that, and it's blue, which means it'll work, and everything's good right there. Invulnerable, if we don't want him to be killed, which we're not going to do because we do want him to blow up at one point or another. We can add more extra health to him. We can add the fuse time to longer, so it takes a lot longer to blow up, so you can actually set traps and stuff like that. You can actually set him to a supercharged creeper, but you actually need to add a certain tag to this. So what you would do is you would just right click over him, insert, and then you could add a certain type of tag depending on what you want to add to him. I believe it's I'm really not exactly sure what it is. I will show that in another video. I'm not going to get too in depth on a lot of this just because you have to look up quite a bit of it, or unless you have saved files of that. And if you also do have saved files, I'll show you another trick to loading up other files. But for now, we're going to stick with this. We got Charge Creeper, he's all set. We're not going to mess with him too much. We got the Villager, so with all the last previous programs that anybody has ever created, it is such a pain in the ass to actually work with a villager and make his offers what you want. And this is basically, you click on offers, recipes, and then it shows you all these right here. These may look confusing, so the best thing to do is right click on the villager himself and add edit traits. Now look how simple this little tab is right here. All you have to do is click on new, and boom, it sets up a new one. You can actually click on this. Well, the best thing to do would actually be like, say we want to get rid of this one. We'll just delete that, and we'll delete this whole thing. I should have deleted it the proper way, but that's good enough. So we got no entries there. We'll just delete that tag. We got one. Now this is our one tag that we just created, and we're gonna re-click him, edit trades, and now this is it. So we can edit this one trade right here. Now we'll make it one dirt and one cobblestone for what's the best thing here? Again, you got floating water, still water, floating lava, still lava. You got so many different cool things. You got wet sponge, activated rails, power rails. You can the limitations on this. You got fire, you got redstone, you got monster spawner. So we'll add a monster spawner. You can add the ID of the monster spawner to change up it, but it will. The first one that it starts off as is a pig spawner. So, and then we can change the uses of this to 100 before he runs out. We'll get rid of reward XP, and we will also get rid of villager generates trades, so he doesn't generate new trades. So with that, that's all set. Uses, this will show you, say you got a villager in your place and you want to see how many times people have actually traded him. This will actually show you how many times it has. You can actually trade this to a certain amount. If I traded this to 50, he'll only have 50 more times because his max use is 50. So there you go. Handed items, you can actually give him armor items. If you know the ID of the armor that you want to give him, you just put it into these right here, and you just add insert, add a tag, and then, but that's for another video. Again, can't get too in depth into this because this video will take so long to make. Persistence required, so if you leave the chunk, he'll stay, which I want to do with the creeper just in case we do leave the chunk. He'll stay and he won't disappear. Yeah, as you just seen, I clicked the wrong button and it showed up red, so I knew that was wrong. Invulnerable will make him so he doesn't die by the creeper when the creeper blows up. Career level, professional, riches, all this will be explained in different videos. Career, you can make him a different type of villager depending on what you change that to, but again, another video. Zombie, we're gonna pick up loot, we're gonna change this to 1 so we can give him a bunch of armor. You could add the armor in by yourself, but we won't do that. And then persistence required 1, so if we leave the chunk, he'll stay there. We can set him on fire by changing this to positive, and then boost up his health, make him invulnerable, and then he'll be on fire running around. You know, we actually might try that. 20. I don't know exactly if he'll stay on fire for. I think you might have to change that up to a certain amount to make him stay on fire. And then we'll go with the slime. Let's close these tabs. So useful with just everything that he added in here, just because it makes it so simple to actually know what you're doing, to mess around with one thing. You don't have to jump around. The best thing with slimes are you got a size tag, and we can change this to 30. Boom. Now that's a giant slime. Let's change that persistence to 1. we're not going to make him invulnerable because he's going to be highly annoying when we load up the world, so we'll leave him there. Tile entities, if you have redstone down or you have something that has entity ID, that'll be there. Tile ticks, same thing, very useful. And that is, I think, just, no, actually, you know what we're going to do? We are going to add potion effects. So the villager, down here, you just right click, potion effects. Now you can add all these things right here. So with slime, what we'll do is pretty fun to do. We're going to add jump effect. I don't know if this is actually going to work. We won't go too high, we'll go 5. Duration, max, useful, you can press max. 127. We're not going to do that, we'll do 12, screw it. Show particles, so if you don't want, say he's invisible, and you got all those little particles showing around, but you don't want him actually being fully visible with the particles, you can just turn them off, and it makes it so useful to actually hide mobs. In the Prison of 1,000 Deaths, I will be hiding invisible villagers around the map, which you can actually put a sign, say right behind them, say click on this sign, and it will show trade effects, which you're not really clicking on sign, you're actually clicking on an invisible, invulnerable mob. So very, very useful. What else do we got? That is basically all that I'm gonna get into on that. Now we will go into map data, map editor. You can select the image and you can create your own map. We can try this. Boom. We'll do that. Don't know if that'll work, but let's see if it will work. We got world settings. So allow commands, difficulty. It has stronghold because it's number 1. The last video that I was gonna make didn't have a stronghold, which was pretty sad. New sea level, which I believe is the sea temple. Okay. Spawn a bonus chest 1. Make it raining. I could make that 1, but I'm not gonna do that because it will be annoying for the video. But we won't make it thundering. Biome scale, so you can actually change the scale of the biomes, but we won't do that. I think that it might mess up the world just because the world's already been created. Hell scale, spawn itself, you can change the spawn of the map. It has a stronghold. This will show where the portal of the stronghold is. The stronghold itself, location, thunder time, you can change that to make it thunder a lot longer. Daytime, playtime, random seed, and all that. You can change the name of your thing. So that is covering a lot of the basics right there for the map itself. Before I get out of this, we're going to go up to this little tiny plus sign and we're going to click on anyone you want to load up. Say you want to load up another world where you have, say, a charge creeper, but you don't know the name of the charge creeper, you don't know his location, and you maybe want to copy him over. You can click on this and this will bring up all your other worlds. So if I click on a world that I've already messed with, this is the horses that I was messing around with. I want to try to get something that actually shows what I was messing around with. Health test, blindness, blindness. We'll put blindness. Boom. Now if I go to players, that's a weird name for a player. He has 2 active effects. He has jump boost and blindness. He has 7 minutes left and 33 seconds of each one. So if I wanted to actually copy these or do something with this, he has 2 potions in his hand. You can actually like switch back and forth between the 2 files and copy something. Say you have a charge creeper in one file because you got lightning to strike him, but you don't know exactly how to set that up. You can just copy the tags and put it into your own map. So very, very useful, I think. And then we're gonna save this. It saves pretty quick. Boom. Come on. Did I jinx it? Nope. Boom. Save average 9. Again, no horizon needed for this, which is such a freaking useful thing because I hated extracting data. I'll double save it. I always double save. And there we go. Now, also another thing is, so you can tab press, which will switch between the two things. Not a small thing. There's so many useful things. Like, he had so many small things for me to cover in this video. I'd have to like literally write them all down and like go over them one by one, which I can't do because this tool is so amazing and it has so many features to it that it's just ridiculous. Plus, he's updating it all the time, so to cover all of them would just take so long. But we'll switch over to Xbox 360. We'll pull out this flash drive, plug it into the 360, and we'll see how this goes. Bam. That's loading up right now. Don't got Xbox Live, but we will load up. This is like a 20 gig flash drive too, and it's fully full. I only got 1 gig left. Was it editor? I think it was editor. We will go into survival at first. Hopefully, I'm gonna die from that charge creeper, obviously. So it should be thundering. We should have a bunch of different effects going on. I don't think I actually got into the. Oh, I'm dead. Wonderful. So wonderful. That was a fail. But so bad. So bad. What the hell? Wow. That was so bad. And I have no clue where I started off as. I think I was over here. I think. We should see the giant frickin' slime jumping around. I hope I didn't just fail on this video by doing that. Nope, I hear something. Did I do it right? Alright. That sucks. This actually makes me want to like restart this entire video, but I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna actually load it in creative. And then we're gonna actually have to load out into survival just so I can actually show off the frickin' creeper spawner or giant. So boom, there you go. You got your giant. Holy crap, that's way bigger than I wanted to make him. But as you can see, there's your giant. And I don't think his jump effect's really working. And I didn't do any of the mods that I wanted to do to my inventory, which is kind of sad. But then again, I will be making one video per mod, like inventory mod, one video, mod for creeper, one video, mod for villager, one video. Each mod will get one video itself, so don't worry about that. If we click on him right now, obviously you can see the dirt and cobblestone, and that's actually kind of good that we did this, so we can show off exactly what's gonna go on. So boom, I can get this spawner right quick, and then boom, pig spawn. These automatically start off as pig spawners. You can change it. I don't know if you can change them in the inventory, but I do know you can place them down and then change them when they're in the world themselves. So with that said, I think I added that he can pick up items. Yep, I did. Awesome. So yeah, he'll pick up all those, which I believe he'll do anyway, but you can make him pick up, you know, you can add all kinds of crazy stuff to him. You can make him a super strong zombie, which is very useful. Now, if I save and exit. Sorry about this. I really wish I would have done this right the first time. That way I didn't have to do this. But then again, you know, when you start off making videos again, you never get shit right the first time. It takes practice. And come on. It's saving. There we go. Editor. Sorry about that. I really hate that I didn't get this right the first time, but I've done this video like 10 times already. Multiple things have happened. Audio didn't record. Creeper was too high in the air. I had to grab a bunch of dirt to get up to him. So if we break this, which I'm gonna die from this, which is really sad. Hopefully I can maybe try running. Can I get away? Oh, he didn't blow up. Run! Jesus Christ, bro. Come on. I'm not trying to die. You're gonna make... It's his fuse time. I increased his fuse time. I should not have increased his fuse time. Shit. This is an ultimate fail on trying to actually show you how this works. Well, it's so sad that I actually failed this bad on doing the video part. But like I said, you never get it right the first time. It takes practice. And this is the first video I've done in 2 years. I could keep redoing this video to get it right the first time, but you know what? It just shows you how much you have to actually do. Where was this guy? I should see the giant creep. I meant the giant. Those are brand new chunks because they're loading in. He's right over here. Oh, look at that. The map actually worked. So there you go. Hey, I got to show you something that actually did work. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't have been able to show you that. It should be right over here somewhere. Right here? Oh, there we go. Oh, there's 2 of them. 3 of them. Did he split? He split. Wow. So 4 of them. So they split as giant size. I thought they got set back to normal size. Let's see that. I don't know. He should have normal health. I don't think he has 10 times the normal health. That is actually... I'm kind of glad that happened now. Because now... Come on, bro. You're gonna screw my video up if you don't die quick. Oh, they do. They split into giant slimes. So that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Did he just disappear? No. Went out of rising zone. But look at that. That is the giant freaking creeper. Look at that. That is pretty insane. Look at all that XP. That's all my XP. I think I had 1,000 XP. I think if I did my XP mod. So there you go. Oh, everything worked out perfect. He's still alive because he has invulnerability on. He didn't die. So grab some mob spawners. Boom. So there you guys go. A basic tutorial, basic walkthrough of his tool. Shows you exactly what it's capable of. You know, you got mods, signs, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can actually place these in item frames. If I show you that. Where is it? item frames right there. I just passed it, I think. Where was that? Item frames. I can throw these in item frames, and it shows you the exact picture. Now there is a way to make it so it doesn't open up any of the map. I'll be showing that in different videos. But there you go. Sideshow KMK, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow me, and comment, all that good shit. Make sure you download his mod tool. Make sure you definitely go subscribe to oPryzeLP, because he's definitely always updating this tool, and the things that you can do are limitless. I'll be bringing videos and tutorials non-stop now. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm definitely going to go out and I'm going to create a new video for this. It's going to be the mob that's not even in the game yet, that most people don't even know that's in Minecraft 360 yet, and it's pretty dope, pretty cool. So make sure you guys check that out, and this is Sideshow KMK out. Enjoy.